Today I'm going to bring you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, bring you comics news, and reveal the books up off this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching the Comic Hero Show. Now kick that intro! Of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. This month is Kidney Cancer Awareness Month. Now, kidney cancer is cancer that begins in the kidney. Your kidneys are two bean-shaped organs about the size of your fist, and they're located behind your abdominal organs, with one kidney being on each side of your spine. Kidney cancer usually doesn't have signs or symptoms in its early stages, but in time, signs and symptoms may develop, including blood in your urine, which may appear pink, red, or cola colored, pain in your back or side that doesn't go away, loss of appetite, unexplained weight loss, tiredness, and fever. Now, kidney cancer is one of the 10 most common cancers in both men and women. It affects 1 in 46 men and 1 in 80 women. Now, don't be fooled by that statistic. That's still a lot, and it's also too many. Now, this is a Kidney Cancer Awareness Comic Hero tee, and if you would like your very own, you can find them on my website, IamTheComicHero.com, for $17. And if you're watching this and you have either beaten or are battling kidney cancer, or if you know someone that is either fighting, have beaten, or have even lost their lives to kidney cancer, this episode is for y'all. Now, I would usually go on and give away a free t-shirt, but because this is this is the second of 3 episodes I'm doing this week, I'm going to wait till episode 295, which I'm doing next week. But I can tell y'all what the free tea question of the week for that is. And because we're still in the month of March, and March is Women's History Month, every question this month is going to pertain to female comic book characters. So here we go. Which Batman villain was inspired by the short story Rappaccini's Daughter by Nathaniel Hawthorne? Now, here are the 2 hints. The first hint: this Batman villain made her debut in Batman number 181 in 1966. Then the second hint: this Batman villain was one of the main villains in the 1997 Batman and Robin movie and was played by Uma Thurman. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee on episode 295 of the Comic Hero Show. Alright, now D'Angelo Blue from Warren, Ohio has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and I tell you, this fight is worthy of a fight in Marvel vs. Capcom. I would love to see this come to fruition if they ever come out with another Marvel vs. Capcom fight. This one features a lower tier character in the Marvel Universe going up against one of the top tier characters in Street Fighter. Representing Marvel, we have White Tiger. And representing Street Fighter, we have Chun-Li. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call
the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's White Tiger versus Chun-Li. White Tiger is an expert unarmed combatant and expert marksman. The White Tiger's amulets augment her strength, speed, stamina, agility, reflexes, reactions, coordination, balance, and endurance to superhuman levels, endow her with formidable martial arts skills, and grant her the ability to camouflage. Chun-Li possesses mind-bending strength, inconceivable speed, almighty leg strength, and law-shattering durability. Who would win? This fight would be non-stop for minutes, both of which would either land or block hits. Throughout the fight, Chun-Li would notice White Tiger's amulet on her waist. As soon as she would get an opening, Chun-Li would deliver a kick to the amulets, thus shattering them. This causes White Tiger to lose her powers. In the event that this would happen, Angela Del Toro, White Tiger's true identity, would come prepared. She quickly pulls out a Glock from her waist in an attempt to shoot Chun-Li, but the latter abruptly backhands the Glock out of the former's hand and ends the fight by using the spikes on the wrist of her other hand to knock out Del Toro. Chun-Li wins, and that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown! Alright, thank you D'Angelo Blue for that fight. And if you want to make a fight request of your own, you go ahead and do so. Now you know my rules. You have to have at least one comic book or manga character in your request, and they can go up against another comic book or manga character, a video game character, or a serious-minded cartoon character. And I'm talking about characters like Optimus Prime, Voltron, Lion-O, anyone like that. Oh, and I'll have another one for episode 295. Alright, it's time for Conically Speaking, so without further ado, let's talk comics! Alright, there's only one thing I'm going to talk about in this segment of Conically Speaking, and it's something that I promised on the last episode. There have been more guests that have been added to the list of guests at GeekCon, which is in August. And it's going to be at the Shreveport Convention Center in downtown Shreveport, Louisiana. And those guests, and this is, woo, boy, I tell you, the guests they have lined up this year, if you're having second thoughts about attending, I would disregard those thoughts and come on out. Okay, all right, brace yourself. One of the first guests that I'm about to name is an actor that's been around for quite a while. I'm thinking, well, really for about 25 years. And I'm talking about Matthew Lillard. Now, Matthew Lillard has played different roles in different movies, including Stu in the movie Scream, and then also he's been in movies like She's All That, Without a Paddle. But he's really famous for playing the physical role of Shaggy in the live action movie Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed. And not only that, but he's also played the voice of Shaggy on numerous occasions shortly after the passing of Casey Kasem. And wow, this I kind of want to, like, I know that I said I was going to purchase an artist booth, but honestly, I want to get up and meet this guy. And not only that, but there are several other actors, both physical and voice, that are going to be here that I'm about to name right now. All right, so in addition to Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich will also be there. Now, Skeet Ulrich played Billy Loomis in the movie Scream, and he's also been in other movies like The Craft, and he currently plays Jughead's dad, the sheriff of Riverdale, on the TV show on the CW entitled, well, Riverdale. And then not only that, but Cynthia Kranz, who is famous for playing the voice of Chi-Chi on Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z Kai, will be there as well. And then Kent Williams, who played the voice of the Supreme Kai on Dragon Ball Super, and also Father on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, will be there as well. And then Veronica Taylor, who's most famous for playing the voice of Ash on Pokemon, and has done so for the last 25 years, will be at GeekCon. And then Linda Young, who plays the voice of Frieza on Dragon Ball Z Kai and Dragon Ball Super, will be there. And she's also done voice acting on TV shows like Attack on Titan, Fairy Tail, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Yu Yu Hakusho. Wow. I mean, the guests they have lined up, I mean, if they can get someone like Lou Ferrigno, that'll be both the icing on the cake and the cherry on top. I mean, Lou Ferrigno has been at GeekCon before, but hey, never say never. They, you know, one thing about Greg Adams, the creator and owner of GeekCon, in all the years that he's done it, he has never disappointed. Never. And I have a feeling that he's just getting started. And honestly, I can't wait. And again, I'm going to purchase an artist booth. And so, in addition to all those guests there and all the other great vendors that are going to be there, including my friends over at Generation Gifts in Bossier City, you'll also see this guy. So all I have to say is, again, if you're having second thoughts about attending GeekCon, disregard those thoughts, buy your tickets, and come on. It's going to be fun. It's going to be the most amazing 3 days of your life. All right, that's it for Conically Speaking. Now let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
All right, first up, and I'm really looking forward to this book, is Batman Superman World's Finest #1. The Flash #780. Justice League #74. Robin's #5. And finally, Wonder Woman #785. All right, that's 5, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 11,241. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Here's a question again for a free tee for episode 295. Which Batman villain was inspired by the short story Rappaccini's Daughter by Nathaniel Hawthorne? Now, here are the hints again. The first hint is that this villain made her debut in Batman #181 in 1966. And then the second hint, this villain was one of the villains in the movie Batman and Robin and was played by Uma Thurman. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tee on episode 295. Now, in a few days, I'm going to do episode 294, and on there, I'm going to raise the awareness of brain injuries. It's a lot common than brain injuries are a lot common than you may think. One of the most beloved comedians and actors, Tracy Morgan, suffered a brain injury a few years ago, but he's fighting. He's fighting. He's not giving up, and then not only that, but there are quite a few other folks that have suffered traumatic brain injuries. And so this episode is for them. Now, and I just wanted to go ahead and say this, but if you're going through anything, whether it be kidney cancer, whether it be the ramifications from traumatic brain injuries, or colon cancer, or cerebral palsy, or it could be anything. It doesn't have to be anything this month. It could be any kind of adversity. If you're going through it, just remember, adversity is temporary. It truly is. And if any of y'all have any suggestions or any positive comments you want to leave, go ahead and do so. Or if you have any suggestions you want to make for the show, anything you think that's going to make the show better, please let me know. As I always say, this may be my show, but any input coming from y'all never falls upon deaf ears with me. All right, I'm Victor Nunley on the Comic Hero. I'll see you next time for episode 294. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero!